Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I am back at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida, because a lot of you have been asking for more Ford trucks. Specifically, what I have here, I have a brand new 2019 Ford F-250 SuperDuty King Ranch FX4. Before we get to this, let's talk a little history about pickup trucks and Ford. So Ford has been making a pickup truck since 1917. They called it the Model TT. When did they start with the F-Series? F-Series, believe it or not, is celebrating its 41st anniversary. For the past 41 years, Ford has produced an F-Series, and they got something for everybody, especially with these Super Duties. The first time you could get a Super Duty from Ford was in the year 1999. And since then, it's really exploded, not only with their quality, but also with the amount of options. Because what's wonderful about these trucks is you could go mild with like a Lariat or an XLT, or you could go wild like with this King Ranch. Speaking of the King Ranch, let's check this one out. So right off the bat, I love the styling of the front of these Super Duty pickup trucks. I like how they embossed the Super Duty logo along with this other design into the hood. It's almost like a reverse cowl. It really looks very menacing, and it gives it a nice aggressive look to it that you don't see on a lot of pickup trucks. Also with the King Ranch, I like the chrome around the Ford logo, which is very large, and also the chrome down here on the lower part of the bumper. Very, very well done. Not too much, not too little. Also, since we're over on this side, I'm gonna have Tom show you these LED headlights. I like the design of them, and I like the LEDs in there. Very nicely done. I really feel like some of the other brands, the front of the trucks, they're missing the mark. I really think Ford has hit it smack dab in the center. Let's take a look at the side of this King Ranch. Now, when you look at an F-250 Super Duty, this thing sits high. We did an F-450 Super Duty. This one's even higher than that one. And it is really all down to the types of springs that they're using, because they know that you're gonna need that extra brute force when you're towing your trailer or that heavy payload. Check out these wheels. With the King Ranch, you get these wonderful 20-inch chrome wheels. I like how they're using the Michelin white lettering on the tires. Just gives it a nice look with that white platinum color. It's a tri-coat color. This is an optional color. And since we are talking about options, this car has, or should I say truck has, an MSRP of $80,000 as you see it. Now, the wonderful thing is if you check out Walker Ford's website, they have a special price for this one at $76,000. If you're interested in this truck, definitely give Tracy a call. Let her know that Raiti's Rides sent you, and they'll take really, really good care of you. Even if you don't say Raiti's Rides, they normally take good care of you, but they'll even take better care of you. So let's go ahead and continue on the side. I like the styling that they do with the Super Duties, with the logo, the F-250. Remember, you could go F-350, 450, 550. Very well done with what they have with the styling. And I like how they take the King Ranch logo, because remember, that King Ranch is gonna be that upper level that's gonna have a lot of nice things on the outside, but even more so on the inside. You have the running boards down here, which remember, when you open and close the door, those raise and lower. And you can see just how much space you have down here. So this truck could really do the business going off-road. 6.7 liter, that's what you specifically wanted. 6.7 liter turbo diesel engine. We'll be showing you that very shortly. 450 horsepower at 2,800 RPM and 935 foot-pounds of torque at a very low 1,800 RPM. Let's go ahead and work our way down the side. I love the styling with the trucks. At first, I didn't like this here, but when you're inside the truck, you'll see it makes visibility so much easier. Very nice mirrors, even with the nice little touches where they put the Ford logo in the turn signal. It's stuff like that that lets you know that Ford didn't just throw it together. They actually thought it through. Let's work our way back to the bed of the truck. You can see the huge FX4. That is going to be that 4x4 equipped King Ranch. And then I like the stylish side-by-side exhaust tips here. Very nice slash cut. Doesn't stick out too far, so you're not going to have to worry about banging them on anything or cutting your leg on them. But very, very nice look, especially finished in the chrome. And then to wrap it out back, I really feel like Ford hit the nail on the head. You have this really nice silver strip with the King Ranch embossed logo in it. You could see how the taillights mimic the headlights in that C shape design. And then probably one of my favorite things when it comes to the back of these Ford pickup trucks is, watch this. You lower the tailgate, and then now, like with a lot of the other trucks that I brought to you, they have this wonderful side step here with a handle, makes getting in and out of the truck very easy. Probably my biggest zonk for this truck, there's no bed liner. So at $80,000 MSRP, no bed liner. I guess the good news is you could put any bed liner in it you want, but there isn't anything from the factory. LED lighting, you have tie-down hooks down here that are sturdy. You have other tie-down hooks up here that are of a plastic material. I would like to see metal and metal. I don't know why you would go plastic, but that could be possibly another zonk. And then you could also see another thing I like is with the back window, you have the sliding glass, and I like the way that it's sunken in. It really gives it a clean look, very stylish, and with the black tint security glass, it just really almost makes it look like it's not there. Let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood and see that 6.7 liter Power Stroke engine. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, here we are with the hood popped on this SuperDuty F-250. There's that 6.7 liter turbo diesel engine. It's mated to the 6-speed torque shift transmission. This thing, like I said, is putting out 450 horsepower at 2,800 RPM. And yes, you're gonna hear this correctly, 935 foot-pounds of torque at a very low 1,800 RPM. The truck itself weighs about 6,480 pounds, and with conventional towing, this setup will tow up to 21,000 pounds. You could also have a payload of almost 7,500 pounds. So you can see a very stout combination to get your job done, whatever that job may be, whether you're pulling a horse trailer, car trailer, or towing a bunch of stuff to some location. This will get it done. And wait until you see the inside, because not only will it get the job done, but you will be sitting in a lap of luxury. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the King Ranch. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 F-250 SuperDuty King Ranch Edition. You don't know it right now, but I'm getting a massage. These seats have full massage capability. It actually feels pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, check out how nice the materials that they use, the two-tone brown. I like the perforated leather in the bottom with the solid leather around, the nice darker brown strip that goes all the way into the back of the seat, and there is our King Ranch logo that's embossed in the actual leather, very nicely done. If we swing it around, you can see how they carry the brown leather onto the dash. You have the SuperDuty logo that's embossed in this material here, very nicely done. You got a huge glove compartment with another level in there. How often do you see that? And then probably the biggest thing is gonna be this right here. And when I say biggest, I literally mean that. The Ford center consoles in here are huge. And with the SuperDuty, you get this really cool lockable storage safe. Very, very nice feature. You can change the numbers. It's nice and locked. Nobody's gonna take your stuff. Very comfortable. You got the King Ranch logo here. You know how I was talking about before how outside with the tailgate, the Ford engineers have really thought things through? Check this out. Let's say you have your drinks here and you're like, uh-oh, my kids bought some more drinks. They bought some Slurpees. Where am I gonna put them? Check it out. You slide this over, now you have two more cup holders with the existing other two. It's things like that. If you also look with the King Ranch, you get this wonderful wood grain on the compartment cover here, and when you open it up, you got two USB ports, tons of room, very nicely done. It slides right back. I really like those touches. I'm a huge fan, I know I've said it before, I'll say it again, of the Sync 3 system. Very, very quick responding. You have your full AC controls. This is going to have dual climate, obviously, with the King Ranch. Ooh, right now the massage is hitting my lower back. I like that. You got the controls here, or you can control it down here. So that's up to you. You have the audio system. Everything works really, really well. Very intuitive how they place everything. You also have your backup cameras. This comes with a full 360 camera. Your backup camera, you got cameras out the front. Tom's gonna go ahead and sit inside this King Ranch with me. Just the layout of everything, very easy to use. There's out the front. Want to look at the back and what's in the bed of the truck. There's out the front, you got your I mean, it's just unbelievable, the technology. The 360, I really, really like that one. Up here, if you notice, we have a bunch of switches. These are 6 auxiliary switches that you could add fog lights, you could add any type of accessories, a winch, whatever you need. They have that accessibility and it's already built in, so you don't have to worry about having a bunch of switches all over the place. Very nicely done. If Tom's already staring up at the top, you got full panoramic sunroof. Very nicely done. Lots of nice, wonderful light could come in, and then obviously you could open that up and bring in the nice fresh breeze. Right now it's about 95 with 100% humidity, so I wouldn't be opening up that anytime soon in Florida, but definitely when it gets in the 80s, lower 80s or 70s, that would feel amazing. I'm going to have Tom come around this side and show you what you're going to be looking at when it comes to the business end behind the wheel of this King Ranch F-250. Come over here and check it out. All right, guys. This is the driver's side. This is the business end where you'll be spending time probably if you bought one of these. Check out on the door panels. One thing I want to point out is they have the wood grain finish on the door panel. I like the leather with the lighter brown contrast stitching on the armrest. Another nice feature that you don't really see in a lot of trucks is you're going to have 3 memory settings. So you could have 3 different people get behind the wheel, and every time you could save those settings so that the seat is already in the perfect place for you. You could see that you have all full electronic controls with the seat. You press that center one, which I did, and that's going to turn on the massager. Works wonderful. I can attest to that. Right now my lower back area feels amazing. And then of course you have this wonderful steering wheel. All the controls nicely integrated close to the horn. They're not all sticking out, they're out of the way. I really, really like, I've said this before with the dashes, how you have analog set up and the digital across the top. Very nicely done. And that's what really makes driving these vehicles so easy, is not only do they have great visibility, but you're able to see what are the instruments telling you, because the instruments are important. That oil temperature, the oil pressure. You can see with the sound of that turbo diesel, that 6.7 liter, has that diesel distinct sound, but it's not too obnoxious. So they really hit the nail on the head with that one. Let's go ahead and take this one for a spin. All right, guys, we're pulling out of Walker Ford in the F-250 Super Duty King Ranch Edition. I hope you like that view out the front, and that's one thing that I could definitely attest to, is that you have a wonderful view in this car. All right, guys, so even when you're sitting at a light, what's wonderful about the 6.7 liter Power Stroke engine is, you know, that turbo diesel, rock solid. There's not a lot of vibration in the cabin. And for a turbo diesel engine, it is pretty quiet. It has the typical diesel sound, but it's not too obnoxious. And I'm telling you, the massage seats in this King Ranch are unbelievable. The kind of quality massage that I'm getting here. But I really, like I was saying earlier, I really like the visibility out the front. I'm not really a big truck driver, but every time I get behind the wheel of one of these Ford trucks, even when it's as large as an F-250 Super Duty, it's such a breeze to drive. Very, very smooth. I like the steering. The steering has a great feel to it. And even the power. I mean, I'm getting on it here, and the power from that turbo diesel engine, it's got that torque shift transmission, 6-speed automatic transmission. It really gets the power going and gets you moving. Remember, this truck, it's over 6,000 pounds, but with that turbo diesel, you're looking at 450 horsepower at 2,800 RPM and over 935 foot-pounds of torque at a very low 1,800 RPM. Very, very smooth, not too bouncy, not too floaty. You're able to stay in the lane, very comfortable. And when it comes to comfort, these seats, the whole position of the armrests, the steering wheel, very well done. Everything is laid out perfectly. I know I've mentioned before the array of buttons on here. Don't let that fool you. Don't be scared. I'm telling you, within a day, these buttons will totally make sense with your radio controls, your AC controls down low. And if you want to, you can even access the AC controls through the navigation screen, which is a nice touch as well. And I'm telling you, the Sync 3, very, very quick reacting, very, very intuitive, and you can get back to a nice full navigation screen. So we're turning on this road here. I'm gonna go ahead and get on it. Even with the wet pavement, it gets the power down. It's got some nice pickup to it for such a large truck. Right now, I specifically had some subscribers to the F-450 video. They wanted to see me take it out onto a highway. Now, I don't have a highway big enough like 275 or I-75, but we do have US 19, and I am at a part of town where US 19 is more highway-esque. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll on out here and get us up to speed to show you what it's like driving this road down an expansion of highway stretch. And I'm telling you, they hit the nail on the head with how comfortable this is. Right now I'm cruising at around 70 miles an hour, and it feels like I'm doing like 45. It really, no vibration. Everything feels good. I got the massage seat still going. I think that itself is worth every penny. We're gonna head back to Walker Ford. Very, very nice. I'm very impressed with this truck. I really am. It's a wonderful, wonderful setup. Especially King Ranch. And remember, you don't have to go King Ranch. They got XLT, they got the Lariat, got other options. As you can see, we're rolling up on to Walker Ford, and I know Tom is ready to wrap this one up. He has to go work out. Right now, he's got some protein that's brewing back home, so he's got to get that down and then go work out, and we're ready to wrap this up. You ready, Tom?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we'll see you in a second. All right, guys. It's been one hell of a day here at Walker Ford with this 2019 Ford F-250 Super Duty King Ranch FX4. I'm hoping that this video was able to open your eyes of what is available to you when it comes to the pickup truck segment. And with Ford, I think they really have everybody covered. There's something for everybody, especially if you want to go the more premium route with something like the King Ranch, because you're going to have the niceties inside and such beautiful appearance on the outside, and that wonderful towing capability and power underneath the hood. But if these are the types of vehicles that you like to see on Raity's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. I definitely got to give a big, huge thank you to Frank Walker, Weston Walker, Tracy, Austin, Mark, Benji, and Greg for setting up this review today. Without them, you know, it'd be a lot harder for me to gain access to these amazing vehicles to bring to you guys. So I definitely got to thank them. If you haven't been to my Instagram, my Facebook or Twitter accounts, you definitely want to check out those. All original Raity's Rides content all the time. Get yourself a shirt. How do you get one? You're already on YouTube. Go back to my main page, that About tab in the upper right-hand corner. Click that. Lower left-hand corner, click on the Raity's Rides t-shirts. They're 15 bucks. You get one for everybody in your family. They'll love you more for it. You could be that hero that they know you could be. Get them a Raity's Rides t-shirt. I have some exciting news. We have more merch coming. I got hoodies, cups, bags, hats. A lot of people have been asking for hats. So stay tuned for some exciting news coming forward with that, because remember, not only are we growing the channel, we're growing the amount of things that you could do to be part of the channel and help support this journey. Thank you. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being on this journey with me. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. I promise you, every single day, you'll have a reason to come back to Raity's Rides and watch my daily uploads. I have a variety for everybody. Definitely want to give a big, huge shout out to Big Guns McGee. You know who I'm talking about, yes. Tom Moschner, This guy, I'm telling you, he's a machine. We've been here for a little bit of time today. I'm not gonna say how much time, but Tom has not complained one bit, has got the angles, has got the shots, and guess what? His arms just keep getting bigger and bigger. So we definitely want to give a huge shout out for Tom on his journey to his first powerlifting competition. Show him some love in those comment sections. I thank you guys for watching, and like always, I'll see you on the next ride.